Hi, everybody. Today I wanted to talk about why God created us and our inherent DNA blueprint that resembles so much of what God is. So in Genesis 1:26 through 27, God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." And then it says, "So God created man in his own image, male and female, he created them." So I want you to think about that, right? God wanted a relationship with us. That's why he created us in his image. He created us to have companionship, to have love, very similar to a parent who has kids. The way you love your kids and the way you want to have relationship with your kids is the same way that God wants to have relationship with us. I mean, think about it. We have this desire to love. We have this desire to have purpose. We have this desire to be known. I mean, that's just, we're born with that. The biology can't explain that, right? I mean, that's just who we are as human beings. We want relationship. We want to spend time with our friends, with our spouses, with our kids. Like, we're designed to be in relationships with people, however you want to quantify that. Love them as your spouse, love them as your child, or love them as your friends. It's still in our DNA for friendship. So, like when you study the Bible, it doesn't sugarcoat who we are. Like we wrestle with pride and jealousy and shame and all of these things just from the very beginning with Adam and Eve. God gave them everything they needed, and then they were deceived into taking something more. And now, because of that deceit, they have this desire to want. So, just like we do, like we could have everything that we need, we still want more. It's just kind of in us, in who we are, right? And God knows us. He knows us better than we know ourselves, right? So the Bible is not just a book about religion, it's like a mirror into the human soul, right? And like, think about that. A book that was written, I don't know, 3,000 years ago, still to this day, like cuts at the core of who we are as human beings. Like this historical document from 2,000 years ago that lays out what mankind and human beings are, we live it and it's played out in us in every single day. That's not an accident, guys. That's God's fingerprint on every one of us. So when I read the Bible, and I know it's different for everybody, and it's a very personal thing, and that's why when you read the Bible, it feels very personable, um, or personal. Sorry. Um, I'll read something and I will get something out of it that's different than what my wife gets out of it, right? It's a very personal experience, but it's because God is having an independent individual relationship with us, right? So like if you ever feel like you're always chasing something that you just can't quite get a handle on, I'm just telling you, friends, it's because you were created for so much more than this world has to offer. Like you were created for Him, to have a relationship with Him, just like you have a relationship with everybody on this planet. Um, anyways, First Genesis is, or just Genesis in general. Sorry, is just a fantastic book. I know people get caught up in the genealogy and all that stuff, but I just encourage you, read Genesis and read it slow, and like really get a handle on it. A lot of people walk away from it thinking that God has condemned everybody and like it's this terrible thing. And to some degree it is, because we broke our relationship with Him. But in the very beginning, you can see that He loved Adam and Eve. When they took the bite of that apple and they immediately felt shame, God went to them where they were in that shame and he clothed them. That's him loving them. So from the very beginning, you see this relationship of love. So, anyways, I encourage you guys to read it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, thanks, guys.